Hello. Hi, how are you? So, we're reading today. It's just that I'm really sleepy. And I think I have issues. Hi, Apple. I think I'm not allowed to eat spicy food anymore. Even if it's not that spicy to me, like it just fucks me up so, like I just get so sleepy. What the hell's up with that? Can someone explain that to me? Because I don't understand it. Anyway, we're gonna try to read for as long as we can today. My neck was hurting a lot earlier, so it might come back up soon, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Before I say anything else, we are on chapter 6 on page 61. That's where we will be starting today, but we probably won't get that far. It's probably going to be a very short stream, considering the way that I am. You can tell I'm so sleepy. I need head pass. I just want to lay in the sun and take a nap, except I can't lay in the sun. I just want to lay under my heating pad and take a nap. That's what I almost did earlier. You know how I notoriously cannot take naps? I almost did earlier. That was weird. I don't know how to feel about it. Anyway, how are you doing? I hope you're doing alright. Water. I did not battle with honey today. Today I have... What do I have? I think I have like buckwheat tea. But it's not wheat. That's just what it's called. So it's not gluten. It's just... It's fine. I can drink it. I've done it before and I'll do it again. And it's good. It's good. I don't need to put honey in it. It's just straight up like that. It tastes like barley tea, which I love barley tea, but barley is it's a grain I cannot digest because of the gluten. Or honestly, you know what? I had to put more research into it. Anyway, should we read? Is that what we're doing here? Oh god. I guess. I guess we'll read. Chapter 6. Let's see how crazy I am, like how fucked up. How this will affect my reading. Chapter 6. Lu Wancheng looked chagrined, as if he had climbed a mountain of swords and sunk into a sea of fire. In other words, gone through immense hardship and danger to reach the Lin residence. Seeing him... Oh, so sorry. Seeing him like that, Lin Qingyu wanted to laugh. Lu Wancheng had merely woken up 2 hours earlier than normal, gotten into a carriage outside the house, and sat in a wheelchair. What right did he have to feel chagrined? What do you mean? Oh, merely woken up 2 hours earlier, gotten into a carriage outside the house, and in a wheelchair. What do you mean? This guy can barely get out of his... He can barely sit up, let alone... Oh my god. Having Tan Qizhi around had been bad enough, but just when Lin Qingyu was about to chase him away, Lu Wancheng had come to join the fun as well. Why was it becoming so difficult for Lin Qingyu just to have a nice meal with his family? Noticing how unmoved Lin Qingyu was, Lu Wancheng had to let his intentions go. He had arrived with gifts, which was enough to show Lin Qingyu respect, since his medicinal debt was now almost repaid. Going home and sleeping some more sounded like a pretty solid plan. It truly was chilly outside, and it was tiring to act like a nobleman. He shrugged. Alright, I'll just say that something suddenly came up. Before Lin Qingyu could respond, a little head peeked out from the room. Gaga, why haven't you guys come in yet? Lin Qingyu cast a curious gaze at Lu Wancheng, and Lu Wancheng smiled back at him. No, Lin Qinghe. That's his brother's name. I don't know. My memory right now is really bad. Lin Qingyu said he'd be right there, then addressed Lu Wancheng and you. To follow etiquette, shouldn't I go in and say goodbye to your parents? Lu Wancheng asked. You suddenly seem to know quite a lot about etiquette. Why ask me? Lu Wancheng smiled. If you say that, Physician Lin, I take it my acting earlier was quite good. Lin Qingyu pushed him inside. There, the Lin family had left a seat open for Lu Wancheng at the table. The charcoal basin was burning in the hall, making it warmer than outside, but not stuffy. The scent of warm wine wafted through the chamber, and 2 miniature winter bamboo plants had been placed in the corner, giving the space an elegance and freshness. Most of the dishes on the table were light in favor, as the Lin family preferred. They included a white pastry with a hint of red, like the mingling of red and white plum blossoms in full bloom. What? Lu Wancheng couldn't help glancing at it a couple of times. This way, young Marcus, Lin Qingyu's father said. Lu Wancheng paused and smiled. I won't be eating. I came in to say goodbye to my in-laws. Oh? Tan Qizhe glanced at Lin Qingyu meaningfully. You only just arrived. Why leave without even having a meal? Lu Wancheng coughed twice. I'm afraid my body can't bear this for much longer. I need to go back and rest. How embarrassing. It takes at least 2 hours to get to the Marcus's manor, and it's a bumpy ride, Lin Qingyu's mother pointed out. Why don't you rest here first, then leave when you feel better, young Marcus? Lu Wancheng looked conflicted. He turned to Lin Qingyu. Well, Qingyu, what do you think? A teasing glint shone in Lin Qingyu's eyes. Lu Wancheng hadn't said that something had come up. Instead, he'd said that he wasn't feeling well and had to rest. Anyone with a brain could have figured out the response he was aiming for. This was the Lin residence, and Lin Qingyu's father was the head imperial physician of the Department of Imperial Physicians. Though not high in rank, he was close to the emperor, caring for him, the empress, and the palace concubines. His medicinal skills, therefore, were obviously extraordinary. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say he was the best physician in the Great Yu Empire. By saying in front of that man that he was unwell, Lu Wancheng had clearly indicated what he wanted. Lin Qingyu noticed that, but didn't expose him. Up to you. Then I'll listen to you, Lu Wancheng told Lin Qingyu's mother. Before they sat down, Lin Qingyu pushed Lu Wancheng to one side to wash his hands. Let my father take your pulse after the meal, he instructed. There's really not any need, Lu Wancheng casually replied. It's a terminal illness, so it's incurable. I was stumbling over that. There was no hyphens or anything in there. Stop pretending. Didn't you stay so my father could see you? Lu Wancheng washed his hands carefully and responded honestly. No, I just wanted to try the plum blossom cake. It looks delicious, and I'm a bit hungry. Lin Qingyu would have never believed such nonsense from anyone else, but when Lu Wancheng said it, Lin Qingyu thought it might actually be true. To lazy people, eating was even more important than sleeping. To lazy people? Lin Qingyu, you have some explaining to do. You should know that there's no such thing as laziness. Oh my god. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna do... This is hitting particularly rough right now. It's like triggering me because I'm so tired. And like for no reason. And anyone on the outside would call me lazy, but I'm not. I have a problem. I have a medical issue. I can't believe that. Let me drink some tea. But honestly, I would do the same. Oh, that's so soft and warming. Oh, it's like almost savory. I love that. I mean, I guess it is. Lin Qingyu turned and saw that Tan Qizhi was still there. Not bothering to beat around the bush anymore, he bluntly asked, "You can't drink with me, so why are you still here?" Tan Qizhi seemed prepared for that question. Smiling, he said, "I am fortunate today to witness the young Mark's disgrace. I believe that he is benevolent and open-minded, so he wouldn't stop you from drinking with me like some overly traditional minds would. Qingyu Shang. I just want to raise a few glasses to my teacher. You don't mind that, do you, young Marcus?" Lu Wancheng smiled. "Of course not. We're all men, so there's no need to be that restrictive." Lin Qingyu shot Lu Wancheng a cold glance, regretting that he hadn't stabbed him a few more times while performing acupuncture. Lu Wancheng sure knew how to make things troublesome for him. Before Tan Qizhi could sit, Lu Wancheng abruptly asked, "Tan Shong, are you married?" Oh wait, this is Lu Wancheng. "Tan Shong, are you married?" "I have been married for 3 years, young Marcus," Tan Qizhi said. What? He's married? And he's flirting with this guy? What the fuck? Lu Wancheng sighed. "Your wife would be upset if she knew that you were having wine with us, would she? Your wife wouldn't be upset that if she knew you were having wine with us, would she?" Everyone looked at each other, confused. Tan Qizhi asked, "Why would she be upset?" "You'd be drinking with a male wife and a man who married him. It seems taboo." Lin Qingyu glanced at him, sensing something mischievous in the man's gaze. Tan Qizhi's smile was almost falling off his face. "You must be joking, young Marcus. This wouldn't upset my wife." "Hi, Omni Iris. Hello. Hello, I'm reading." "You can never be sure," Lu Wancheng chuckled. "In my opinion, for the sake of Tan Xiong's marital harmony, we should forget about drinking today. Next time, though, for sure." Lu Wancheng's order that Tan Qizhi leave was clear even to 6-year-old Lin Qingke. Never mind the adults. The little boy looked up at his mother and asked, "Mother, is he going?" His mother was a bit chagrined. Well... However thick-skinned he was, Tan Qizhi, the self-proclaimed scholar, had to find a way to make things less awkward. "This is the first time Qingyu Shang has returned home after his wedding. It truly is inappropriate for me, an outsider, to be here. I'll take my leave now and come spend time with my master and the young Marcus another day." Lin Qingyu's father was already unhappy with Tan Qizhi over what he'd said before. Oh, I'm trying. He didn't bother trying to make the younger man stay, instead ordering Huan Tong to see him off. As Tan Qizhi walked to the door, Lu Wancheng's voice floated over. "I almost forgot. Qingyu left in a rush today and forgot 5 carriage of gifts. Luckily, I realized in time and ordered someone to bring them over. The carriages should be outside now." Tan Qizhi gritted his teeth, yanking the jade pendant off his waist sash. Those at the table were seated accordingly. Those at the table were seated according to seniority. Lin Qingyu's father sat in the place of honor, next to Lin Qingyu's mother, and Lin Qingyu himself sat next to Lu Wancheng. One of them was whispering while the other listened attentively, as if they were talking about something that others shouldn't hear, resembling an intimate, newlywed couple. Lin Qingyu's parents exchanged complicated looks. Little did they know that the conversation went something like this. Who told you to bring these things? Take them back later, Lin Qingyu muttered. I know you see gifts from the Marcus's residence as dirty, but these can be sold for silver, Lu Wancheng retorted. Why would you oppose obtaining more silver? When I die, you can enjoy a happy life with the Lu family's money and even take a concubine or wife. Wouldn't it be nice to see them crying during a visit to my grave? He's so silly. He's really so silly. Imagining such a scene, Lin Qingyu narrowed his eyes. Have someone move everything Have someone move everything into the residence, he ordered a servant. Lu Wancheng happily reached out to grab the plum blossom cake he'd been eyeing for a while. Good. After they finished eating, Lin Qingyu's father was the first to ask, Young Marcus, I've heard about your condition before. Would you trust me to take a look? Lu Wancheng acted surprised. That would be more than I could ever wish for. Come with me. Lin Qingyu pushed Lu Wancheng into his father's study. After his father had washed his hands, he took out a small wrist rest made of warm jade and set it under Lu Wancheng's wrist, then closed his eyes and felt for the young nobleman's pulse. A momentary hush fell over the room. Lin Qingyu's father's expression was unreadable. After checking Lu Wancheng's pulse, he asked him some questions, which Lu Wancheng answered truthfully. Eventually, Lin Qingyu's father said, The young Marcus was born with this condition. The symptoms are easy to treat, but not the cause. You must rest well and take care of yourself. Avoid worrying or working too much. His vague words were nothing new. Lu Wancheng didn't ask any further questions. He smiled, looking a bit tired. Thank you, father-in-law. The guest room has been tidied. Please rest there. Please rest there, young Marcus. Qingyu, stay here, his father instructed. Lin Qingyu nodded and had a servant usher Lu Wancheng out. When he was gone, Lin Qingyu's father asked, Have you taken his pulse? I have. What do you think? Lu Wancheng is lucky to be alive at 19. He's barely hanging on by a thread now, and when that thread is gone, he will be too. His father nodded in agreement. How long do you think he has? Half a year. For a moment, his father quieted. Then he said, I know a method that may give him a year, but its side effects are major and could increase his pain. What method? Lin Qingyu asked impulsively. His father met his gaze. I can write a prescription later. The thing is, do you want him to live an extra year? Extra half year? Did he even need to ask? The faster Lu Wancheng died, the sooner Lin Qingyu would be free. Half a year was a long time, and he didn't have the patience to wait that long. So, of course he didn't want that. Distracted, Lin Qingyu left the study and bumped into his mother, who was bringing his father tea and refreshments. She told him that Lu Wancheng was already resting in the guest room. Do you want to see him? She asked. Sorry. I don't need to. Let him rest. His mother hesitated before asking, Qingyu is the young Marcus. What? No, what the fuck? Qingyu, comma. Is the young Marcus good to you? It doesn't matter, Lin Qingyu said lightly. This farce of a Marcus will only last 6 months regardless. Lin Qingyu planned to bring another chest of medicinal books back to the Marquis of Nanan's residence after the visit. As he entered his own study, he saw Tan Qizhi and Huan Tong by the entrance to the room, looking around. Why haven't you left yet? He asked Tan Qizhi, frowning. Huan Tong explained, Young Master Tan says he lost his jade pendant in the house, so I'm helping him look for it. Fucking bitch ass.
Tea. You could have looked for it in the front hall. If you came to my study, you must have something to say to me. Tan Qizhi didn't refute him. I can't hide anything from you, Qingyu Shang. To be honest, I suddenly remembered something important, but I couldn't go back to disturb you. Thus, I used the jade pendant as an excuse to await you here. Lin Qingyu didn't want to waste words on him. Go ahead. Qingyu Shang, you know that the entrance examination for the Imperial Academy of Medicine is fast approaching, Tan Qizhi said, looking pained. I'm not feeling confident. Lin Qingyu knew that Tan Qizhi was poking at his sore spot, trying to rub salt into the wound. He had to admit that it was a clever move, being unable to take the Imperial Academy of Medicine's entrance examination was still an ache in his heart that suffocated him when touched. But that didn't mean anyone could flaunt it in front of him. That's natural, since you failed 3 years ago, he remarked. This time, Tan Qizhi's sore spot had been poked. He gritted his teeth and forced a smile. This time, I've studied hard night and day, relentlessly, he said. The slow-witted need to start early. Diligence can make up for ineptitude. You've done well, Lin Qingyu mock praised him. Hi gay. Roll for gay! Guys, I forgot that roll for gay is. What? I forgot that I have roll for gay. Hang on. Roll for gay. Well, sure. Tan Qizhi couldn't handle any more. His expression turned as dark as the bottom of a pot. Lin Qingyu seemed to be both exulting and taunting him with every word. Someone as immensely gifted as Lin Qingyu had no idea how much normal people needed to sacrifice to catch up. What the hell? That's not fair. Fine, I'll give it to you today. That's fine. You can have that. I'm too tired to argue against it. It's up to fate anyway. Where was I? 10! Lol. At least I can take the exam again this year, Tan Qizhi said, staring intently at Lin Qingyu. I know you have a lot of medical books in your collection. Since you won't be using them anymore, why not lend me a couple? If I pass the exam, I'll thank you profusely. Lin Qingyu looked up. Would you even understand my books? He asked. Huntong, see him out. Then he turned around and left. In the blink of an eye, the sky was dark. The driver from the Marx's Manor passed on a message that it was time to return home. Lin Qingyu's mother put some snacks she'd prepared into a box for him to take back. When we were eating, I noticed that the young Marcus likes plum blossom cakes, so I packed a few extra. It's cold today, so the cakes won't spoil too easily, even if they're out for a while. He probably likes eating anything. She smiled gently. He hasn't gotten up yet. You should wake him. When Lin Qingyu entered the guest room, he saw Lu Wancheng already awake, lying in bed with his eyes open. When did you wake up? Lin Qingyu asked. About an hour ago. What are you doing then? Is it? This? Wait. Guys, we just passed page 69. Whoa. Lu Wancheng wrapped himself in a quilt, leaving only his eyes uncovered to stare at Lin Qingyu. Just lazing around in bed, he said, his voice muffled. It's cold outside, so I don't want to get up. I want to be a quilt. Me. So me. Lin Qingyu took immediate action. Grabbing the corner of the real quilt, he yanked it upward. I'm not your maid, he said coldly. This trick won't work on me. Lu Wancheng got up. Despite having his quilt tipped away, he wasn't upset. What trick? I wasn't tricking you. Noticing that Lin Qingyu's expression seemed a bit off, he asked, Didn't Tan Qizhi leave? Who pissed you off now? No one. Lu Wancheng blinked a few times. Oh. Lin Qingyu tried to remain silent but couldn't hold back. Tan Qizhi is preparing for the Imperial Academy of Medicine examination. He asked to borrow my books. Lu Wancheng laughed. That's all? Lin Qingyu's glare was sharp as a knife. Lu Wancheng tried to reason with him. Tan Qizhi isn't as good as a single hair on your head. If you waste your anger on him, you'll be lowering yourself. Treat him like a joke or tease him. At least you'll have some fun that way. I know that. Lin Qingyu laughed self-deprecatingly. But he's such a mediocre man. A few years ago, he couldn't even tell the difference between Tian Krizi and Xiang Fu. Yet he's allowed to take the exam, and I'm not. Ridiculous. Footnote: 2 herbs that are difficult to distinguish. Alright. I think this is, yeah, I'm almost done with this chapter, and that's gonna be the end of the stream because my neck hurts again. We love disability. Woohoo! Well, helplessly, Lu Wancheng replied, Yes, and it's all the fault of the Marquis of Nanan's household. I'll try to die faster so you'll be widowed before the entrance exam, alright? Lin Qingyu closed his eyes, quiet. His long, thick eyelashes trembled slightly. Lu Wancheng was silent too for a while, then laughed. Alright. Wait, who's Lu Wancheng? Okay. Alright, don't be angry anymore. Visiting home will be rare for you. So be happy and smile a little more, won't you? I've never liked smiling, Lin Qingyu said indifferently. Hey, why are you getting more upset? I know a saying that might be helpful to you. I'll tell it to you. I don't want to hear it. Just listen. It's not tiring to listen. Yes, it is. Lin Qingyu rubbed his forehead. If you want to tell me, then tell me. Why do you need to talk so much nonsense? Don't compare yourself to others. Lu Wancheng's gaze was sincere. Lin Qingyu didn't know what to say. End of the chapter. End of the chapter. I'm gonna go lie down. I tried. And we got through a chapter, and that was a nice chapter. I enjoyed that chapter. But hopefully next week I can, okay. Hopefully next week I can read a little bit more than just one chapter. But that's all for today. I'll see you later. I might be sneaking around in someone else's stream today too, though. Yeah. I'm gonna go lie down. Have a good rest of your day. Take care of yourself and be safe, alright? Alright. Goodbye. Bye-bye. I forgot the, wait, hang on. I forgot. Sorry, hang on. Okay, bye, for real.